We hit 1K really recently, which is honestly the coolest thing ever, and I thought to celebrate 1K we would do a 1K Q&A. Oh my god, I need to kick the camera down. Okay, my hands are so dirty, don't, okay? I got you guys to answer some questions on Instagram. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm at Frankie Lubbock, spelt like that. That's probably where I'll do most of my Q&As, just because I get more responses there, and but also comment on videos if you've ever got any question that you want me to answer in a video. That's fun. Top 21 pilots. I've never been a massive stan of 21 Pilots. I've never been obsessed with their music. Back in 2016, I used to listen to them quite a lot when I was kind of really into the whole Dan and Phil thing. I loved Blurryface so much, but I never really got into 21 Pilots. I never had an emo phase, which I'm really sad, because I feel like me in an emo phase would have been amazing. How do you revise? I'm a Virgo. So I love being organised and I love learning. Knowledge is power, guys. But yeah, I still get bored revising, who doesn't? I find that you need to have a different revision technique for each subject. So what I do for revision in maths is very different how I would revise for English. I don't think taking notes helps. I'm gonna put it out there. I don't think I feel like taking notes helps, but you gotta do stuff with the notes. If you just take notes from videos or textbooks or whatever, it doesn't work. But I think the best way to revise for something that's science, that's got a lot of stuff, content that you need to remember, I think flashcards work. I think you need to make them before exam week. Before exam week, all the flashcards should be made. Don't make them during exam week, that's not going to help you at all. And just question and answer. The best thing as well is, in the UK we have GCSEs. You can do past papers, you can go back on the websites, find old papers, just do as many questions as you can, because there's only so many ways they can rephrase different questions. So if you've seen loads, the likelihood that you'll see a question that you kind of already know the answer to is I don't know how it works in America. Do you love me? Of course I'm in love with you. I would like to marry you. And that's just the truth. How tall are you? I do not know how tall I am exactly, but I can tell you something. I am not very tall at all. I want to say I'm 5'11". I don't know, is that wrong? This doesn't help you though, because you don't know how tall this is, but I'm not that tall. National average, last year, and I haven't grown that much since then, I am the national average at the height of a 13-year-old girl. And I'm 16, so that's fun. I don't want to be silly, but what is your biggest dream? In detail. That's not silly at all. That's one of the coolest questions. Okay, so I have a lot of big dreams and things that I want to do. I want to have an amazing future. I want to do all these crazy things. One of my biggest dreams for ages was to move to Japan. I really wanted to visit Japan. Now it's slightly different. I still want to visit Japan. I would love to live in America at some point. That's probably one of my biggest dreams. Just because film and industry out there is so cool. I definitely want to go into film when I'm older. Whether that's editing or directing. Probably not directing. But probably one of my biggest dreams is to study in America or live out there or get a job out there at some point. I talk about it all the time, but it is such a big dream of mine. Other big dreams are just to change things. there are so many things in the world I want to change, and like being able to actually change something, that would be so freaking cool. How old are you and do you live in London? I live in the UK and I'm probably like 2 hours on the train from London, but I'm not that close to London at all. Like no. Like I could go to London at the weekend, but it would be like 2.5 hours on the train, probably longer because our trains are so bad. I'm 16 years old, though I look 12. Do you like Queen or the Smiths? I love the Smiths. I love the Smiths so much. I think they're great. I've always liked the Smiths. Yeah, they've got a really cool vibe to them that is it's very unique. It was unique then and it's still unique now. Vernon. No. Queen. I have a friend and he's absolutely obsessed with Queen. I think Queen are amazing. They created such a unique and interesting sound. They're not like a band that I would listen to a lot. And it's not kind of the kind of music I enjoy, but it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate like how cool they are. How would you describe your style? I just got a news alert. I don't know. A while ago I was very obsessed with the idea of like art ho. I'm a art ho. Now I hate that because I feel like art ho is Polaroids and Cancans and like Emma Chamberlain. This is when I realised that I literally am trying to be Emma Chamberlain. I also have a Polaroid camera in the background. I am an art ho. I genuinely don't know what I'm on about. It's pretty spicy. Do you like the Beatles? I love the Beatles. I think the Beatles are great. I have one of their albums on vinyl and it's so good. I think the Beatles are really cool. Yep, 10 out of 10, would give them a listen always. And will you do a video about how you decorate your room? This is difficult because I did a room tour, which you guys liked, which is... I don't know how to describe how I decorate my room, so I might have to think about that. But give me some tips on what you want to see. Like, do you want to hear me talk about how I choose what I put on my walls, or like tips? I don't know. How are you so pretty and aesthetic? Thank you so much. I feel like for me, I sometimes see aesthetic and like presenting yourself and like how your room is and how you talk or whatever. A lot of that's self-care. I see a lot of it as self-care because it's like I'm caring about my happiness because I know that I'm happier if I'm wearing clothes I love, if my room looks like really cool, you know, if I'm doing stuff that I enjoy. So I kind of see it as self-care. Who/what inspired your style? This is the best question ever. Thank you so much for asking it. I have three main like style, three. There are three main like inspirations in my life for people that I really look up to. Probably the biggest inspiration for me, one of the biggest, is Lana Del Rey. Her aesthetic, her style, her music. Also Conan Gray. Like, I can't lie, I literally am trying to be Conan Gray all the time. He released a EP recently, and you know when there's an artist that whenever they release songs they just fit with your life, and the songs that he's releasing at the moment just fit with my life so perfectly I can't stop crying when I listen to them. Definitely. And then the third one I think is kind of Lorde. Not Lorde's style essentially. I think she's got a great style, but that's not what I take inspiration from. I take a lot of inspiration from the way she thinks and her music. I think it's just so baller. What motivates you? Ooh. I kind of talked about this briefly, but yeah, it's mostly fear. It's mostly fear of not being amazing. That came out so wrong. It's usually fear of not being the person that I want to be. Like, I want to be successful. I want to do so much with my life, and it's the fear that I won't do that that keeps me going and makes me think at like 3 a.m. No, you know what? I am gonna work now. What's your favorite color? Now it's changed a lot. It used to be like yellow, but now I like yellow, but not that much. I kind of love this green. The color of my camera. I think that's like such a cool green. I'm actually wrong in the head. I will see you all very, very soon with another video. Bye, friends. Also, do you like my hoodie? I got it from Urban Outfitters. Do you like my bracelet? I didn't get it from Urban Outfitters, but I love it.